Oh yeah, Black Sun and the Hizzle, oh, but shizzle dizzle. Got an excellent show here today. Y'all see the title. Iran is waiting for a weekend. Ready for the weekend. The weekend is going to be a bloodbath for our Marines if Trump decides, based on pattern. I hope I'm wrong on this. I hope I'm wrong. Based on the pattern, he sends the negotiators to Pakistan, Turkey, wherever. Steve Witkoff, and once they send the negotiators, then Trump does a sneak attack. So, as far as from what I hear, Steve Witkoff and Garrett Kushner, they're waiting, and nobody from Iran has showed up. Iran is not going for the okey doke. You have fooled Iran twice with the okey doke. Oh, we want to talk peace, and then you turn around and sucker punch him, Donald Trump. This is going to backfire, man. I hope I'm wrong, man. I really hope that I'm wrong on this. I hope that I'm not right, but based on past history, based on how Trump functions, based on the pattern of him suing Garrett Kushner and Steve Witkoff, yeah, he's about to do a sucker punch this weekend, this Friday. And if he lands troops in Iran, what is going to happen is going to be a bloodbath. Let me explain why it's going to be a bloodbath. Because Iran is not going to send troops, they're going to send drones and missiles. It's going to be Marines landing and then being met with drones. We're going in. If we go in, it's going to be a slaughter because Iran is ready, number one. Number two, Simpson, Iran is number three at mastering drones. Based on the Russians, I think they said I Ukraine is number one in operating drones, Russia's number two in operating drones, Iran is number three in operating drones. They're the third best operating drone operators on the planet. They're better than us. So it's going to be our Marines versus their drones. Who do you think is going to win that? And mind you, Iran has just as many drones as Russia and Iraq. I mean, Russia and Ukraine. They have just as many drones. Again, I believe for this number one spot, it could be a toss, but I think they said the Russians even admitted Ukraine are the number one drone operators. However, Russia has more drones and obviously more resources, and Iran is number three. Iran has the third most drones on the planet, next to I think next to China. But what I'm saying is that it's going to be their drones against our Marines. And shout out to my brothers in arms, the Marines. They are not trained for drone warfare. NATO has just proved they failed. They did a combat simulation, and yeah, they cannot, they're no match for the drones. I don't care if it's special forces. I don't care if it's the Rangers. I don't care the Navy SEALs. I don't give a damn who it is. They are not prepared to deal with drone warfare. And this is going to be the biggest slaughter ever. This is going to be Vietnam 2.0. Hear me out, Simpson. This is going to be a Vietnam 2.0. Not only with the drones, but just with the mountain terrains. Remember in Vietnam, I don't know how old you are, we dealt with the jungles and the booby traps in the jungles. And so we're going to have massive booby traps in the mountains. We're going to have all type of technology coming out of the mountains, shooting soldiers and going right back in the ground. You talk about a ghost recon. The only people that's going to get ghosts is our Marines when they get on that shore and try to climb the mountains. And even if they do a flat terrain, which there is no flat terrain, there's a beach terrain. They have the Iranians have a elevated what they call an amphitheater position, meaning They're going to be on the mountains. We're going to be down on the beaches. So all they got to do is just shoot down. They have the high ground. I hope Trump is not going to make this move, man. I hope he doesn't make this move. It is going to be a bloodbath, Simpson. It is going to be a bloodbath, and it is not going to be. I don't know how Trump is going to spin this. He's caught between a rock and a hard place right now. But going in Iran is a bad move. Bad move. You know, I predict if he does go in, things don't go his way. He's going to blame Pete Hegseth. He's going to blame Pete Hegseth. It's his fault. Then you're going to start seeing the blame game going around. Oh, it was Pete Hegseth's fault. Watch what I tell you. Pete Hegseth's going to be the scapegoat for this. Trump has got to. He's got to back down from this Iran situation, Simpson. He's got to back down from it. There's no way we are going in for sure. Based on the movement of the Gerald R. Ford and the other, I think it's the Bush, Gerald R. Ford, and it's another aircraft carrier. The aircraft carriers are in. They're heading over there fast, and Trump said he needs a 5-day. He said there's a ceasefire for 5 days. Basically, it's going to take 5 days for the aircraft carriers to get there in position in the Persian Sea. They want that Strait of Hormuz opened up real bad. They want that thing opened up so bad, man. And Trump is like, man, we need that thing open because, the gas prices right now are like almost $6 in some places. It's $5 here in Georgia. It was $4.99 yesterday. I think it crept back. It crept up to $5. So Trump is like really feeling the pressure to get the gas prices down, and his only solution is to send boots on the ground. That's my prediction, Simpson. There could, and that's why I'm making this video. There could be a miracle. Trump can do. He can maybe. I don't know. I think there's a miracle that can still happen, but as far as I was looking right now, Simpson, it looked like they're about to do boots on the ground. And again, that's going to be an utmost disaster. That is going to be a disaster. I would hate to say this. That might be the worse than the Afghanistan pullout. You got the wrong people advising Trump, man, on this situation. I think that obviously Pete Hegseth, man, Trump is going to end up firing him. Watch what I tell you. But he has to go through with this boots on the ground, this invasion first. So again, to answer your question, Simpson, ships are already on their way. And they talking about 5 days. Friday will be the 5th day. And I think Trump is throwing a Hail Mary. I think he's doing a Hail Mary. And people around Trump are lying to him. Lindsey Graham, Pete Hegseth. Man, all his people except for Tulsi Gabbard is lying to Trump. They telling him what he wants to hear. And you don't want to do that right now. You don't want to tell Trump what he wants to hear, because I know, man, if you don't tell Trump what he wants to hear, they're fear of being fired. They don't want to be fired. Man, sometimes you just got to make a stand like this Mark guy. He made a stand. He's like, look, man, we didn't start a war with Iran. Going to war with Iran is a bad idea, period. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. And, the Zionists, they control the news media. They're giving Trump, he has 100%. Nobody gets 100% rating. Nobody gets 100% rating. So that lets you know all the damn people who are controlling Trump are now controlling the news media. So this has been, a 26-year plan in the making, and they now trying to finally execute it under Trump. But the thing is, I, Trump, man, oh my God, they got the wrong people surrounding him. They're lying to him. They're saying, oh, we took out Iran, the regime change and this and that. No, you haven't. You kill one, another one comes in. You take that one out, another one comes in. They just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, man. They got people to replace the Ayatollah, the generals, the president. They got a long line of people to replace them. Then people in Iran, they're not. You can't do to them what you did in with Maduro. You can't do that with Iran. You can't sell. In Venezuela, we paid them people off. We came down with the helicopters with no incident, picked up Maduro and brought him back home. You can't do that with Iran. They are a million strong. Yes, they are a million strong. They are a million strong. And I know that Simpson, they are the most headstrong Muslims on the planet. Iran are the most headstrong Muslims on the planet, man, and they are not going to back down. They are not going to back down. Somebody is lying to Trump, saying this is going to be a walk in the park. And again, that's why I didn't agree with the whole them extracting Maduro, because I knew that would put a battery in their back. I knew that was going to put a battery in their back, and now they still high off that. They still high off that extraction they did with Maduro, him and his administration. They so high off that they not dealing with reality. Iran is not Venezuela. Iran is not Cuba. Iran is not even Iraq. Iran is a whole different beast, man. Them people are ready to fight. They've been ready to fight. Again, a lot of people don't know who support Trump. They don't know about the 12-day war that damn Israel got smashed, and they're getting smashed again. Round two, they're getting smashed. And we talk about putting boots on the ground. That'd be the worst mistake, because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We put the boots on the ground, and it's obvious that we get our ass kicked, because we live in a we're able to cover up. If we put boots on the ground, there's no way they can cover that up, because we got the internet, we got goddamn social media all over our devices. They show that defeat to the world, man. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose whatever rep we got left. Whatever reputation we got is down the sink, bro. We were able to hide losses like Vietnam, North Korea, World War II. When I say World War II, meaning we didn't do that war. We lost so many damn conflicts, but because we're just contained here in America and we control American news media, we just sweep it on the rug. We're not going to be able to sweep this ass whooping under the rug. We're going to get our ass whooped so bad. And then we got the Marines. The Marines is like top notch when it comes to defense and boot. We got all the special forces. They are going to get their asses whooped, because it's not going to be conventional warfare that they've been trained in for all these years. It's going to be drone warfare, and the drones are going to slaughter. We're going to see body bags coming back left and right. Y'all think Ukraine got body bags coming back, man. Put the boots on the ground against them goddamn Iranian drones. The drones are cheap to make. You know that, right? We know that it costs less than the human life. And again, Iran, let's see what it says. Had EMC been enacted, Black American actually could have been a light of leadership, as even I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm talking about drone warfare, and he's talking about our U.S. credibility is rebuildable. Remember, weapons of mass destruction incident. Well, you do know we got kicked out of Iraq, right? What is the end result today? We recovered from that. Did we recover from that? Because we got kicked out of Iraq. A lot of people don't know that. We got kicked out of Iraq. And we talking about sending troops through Iraq to Iran. We're going to get wiped out before we even get to Iran. We're going to get overworked and overwhooped if we try to go through Iran to get to Iraq. Our credibility, Simpson. The only way you can spin this, the only way Trump can get out of this is he has to goddamn make amends with Putin and buy some Russian oil to make the damn prices go down. He has to work with Russia to get that damn petrol down because the Strait of Hormuz is over with. It's going to take them, it's over with, especially if you put boots on the ground. And as stubborn as Trump is and the rest of these damn white folks up in Washington, that's going to be an endless war. Again, look at Ukraine and Russia. Let's see. Dark Europeans, you and Charles White jump for joy for the Peckerwood. Enjoy bunch of flunkies. So let me ask you a question, Dark Europeans. Do you want to, can I ask you a question? I want to ask you a question. Since you want to talk about me and Charles White. I don't know Charles White, but I'm sure you're no match, probably no match for him too. But that's Talik. Who's Talik? That's Talik. Who's that? Mac? Who's Talik? I don't even know who this Talik is. Whoever this Talik is, don't want that smoke because he got the right one. But see, he just want to throw a rock and run. He got the right one. He got the right one. You know. He's just, okay. That's okay. Well, yeah, Angel ain't no match for me, man. He'll be Angel he don't want to deal politics, man. He's one of those, don't vote for nobody, and that's fine. That's fine. But the thing is, if you're not gonna vote, don't even jump in the fight. If you're not gonna vote, jump in the fight. I can jump in the fight because I voted. I voted for Donald Trump. And the other side was Kamala Harris. Now, if you don't want to vote at all, then why are you even jumping in the conversation? That's how I feel about people that say, "Oh, no, it don't matter who you vote for." Then don't even participate in the conversation. Jump out of the conversation. But for those who voted, there's only two types of voters: those who voted for Donald Trump and those who voted for Kamala Harris. Now, you got the third party who they didn't have a chance, and so I don't even consider. I really can't take them seriously during that time. Let's see, I just voted in state primary. Okay, you voted in state primary. Okay, and may I ask, did you vote for Democrats or Republicans? Watch this, y'all. Did you vote for Democrats or Republicans? Since you want to talk about voting, yeah, vote. You got it. You got to. Like I said, if you don't vote, then why are you even in the fight? Why are you even discuss? Why it's not as? Why even jump in when you didn't even vote? But again, I voted for Trump, and the only other people that were in this fight are the Trump voters and the Kamala Harris voters. So if you didn't vote, it's really a non-issue. And if you voted only in the primaries and didn't vote in the general election, then I really can't talk to you. I voted for the president. Okay, you voted for the president, Dark. You voted for Donald Trump, correct? Let me get a yes or no. You voted for the president, so I guess that's a yes. Okay, so my thing is, I did vote for Putin as a U.S. Oh, okay. So Big Mooch says Putin as U.S. president promise you won't be disappointed. He'll be decided his life to making the U.S. better instead of these 5 years of fame. I hear you. I hear you about Putin. Um, even though I didn't vote for Putin. I think as of right now, Putin is one of the greatest presidents in our time. I want to say that as far as how he's handling the whole situation in Ukraine, special military operations. So hats off to Putin. But the thing is, I live in America. I live in America. So, um, and the only thing I wouldn't mind moving to Russia, but I don't like cold weather. I like warm weather. So, let's see. Simpson said, "How so?" When he just said he only voted in local elections. Number one, pay attention to detail. Man, you know what? Simpson, I can roll with these trolls. I can roll with these trolls just for fun. You know what I'm saying? Question for Dark European. Yeah. They contradict themselves. So that's why I just, but they won't come at me direct. They'll beat around the bush, but won't never come at me direct because if they try to check me for voting Trump, then I'll have to ask them, did you vote? That's number one. And if you voted, we only had two choices. And I can always show why Donald Trump, even today, with all this going on, is 10 times better than voting for Kamala Harris. Because let's just say, like the gas prices, right? The gas prices were like this, and then we had open borders. So we got high gas prices, but we got closed borders. So that's just an appetizer. I can go down a list of policies that Trump has that like I said, I've said time and time again that Trump is the best option, especially for domestic policies. Like, yeah, I voted for ICE. I voted for voter ID. I voted for all that. However, I've said this and it's on record that it's Trump's foreign policy that I'm going to be making videos on because I knew that any obstacle Trump has is going to be foreign policy. And originally, I started with the whole Ukraine Russia situation. I said that is going to be Trump's Achilles heel. I'm on record saying that. Kamala Harris didn't have a chance. She would have screwed up just on the domestic policy. She would have still had an open border. We would still have open borders under Kamala Harris. So that's a non argument. That's shut down. So let me say this again for people out there. So watch this video. Trump is the best president for domestic policies. That's why there's levels to this. That's why when people be like, oh, you voted for Trump and this and that, and I'm like, okay, well, so you want to discuss foreign policy or domestic policy? Because he's doing excellent on domestic policy, especially with down here with the Georgia, the 2020 election. Oh man, Trump. Oh man, a lot of good things locally that I like as Trump, but I'm still, don't get it twisted. Just because I'm critiquing Trump on this whole Iran situation, Ukraine situation, don't mean I would still vote for Trump with ICE, with the voter ID, with the no tax on tips, the deportation. Oh, I'm loving all that. I'm loving, especially as a truck driver. Now, this foreign policy affects our gas. That's a foreign policy. That's not a domestic policy. That is a foreign policy because of the situation with Iran. Iran said, okay, we're going to shut down the Strait of Hormuz, and that's causing the gas prices to go up globally. Okay, so Trump has people like Lindsey Graham. He has people like Peter. He has people surrounded telling him what he want to hear. Tell him what he want to hear. I don't think General Kane, I think General Kane's being straight up, but Trump has a tendency to ignore people and take a gamble. Trump has gambled all his life. He's gambled and he's gotten damn property. He's gotten, well, I would say casinos, but that failed. But what I'm saying is that he's rolled the dice. He done hit, he done crapped out, he done hit, he done crapped out, he done gambled himself all the way to the presidency. He's gambled himself all the way to the presidency. Now, again, Trump, based on domestic policy, I would vote for him again. If the same scenario, hear me out, if the same scenario was to present itself, Trump running against Kamala Harris, I will vote for Donald Trump because Kamala Harris wasn't offering anything. So I think we kind of see where I stand with Donald Trump as far as the voting. On domestic policy, I give Trump an A+. Does anybody in the chat have a problem with that? Press 1. Does anybody have a problem with Trump's domestic policy? Press a 1. Because we could bash Trump all day on foreign policy, and then y'all go, oh, I told you, COC, you and Charles White, y'all simping for Trump. We could do that all day. But let's do the foreign policy. And I'm sure Charles White don't deal with foreign policy. I can guarantee that because most of MAGA don't deal with foreign policy. I do because I got family overseas, y'all. I got family overseas. I got properties overseas with families. That's why foreign policy has always been an interest to me. I knew Trump with confidence when I voted for him. I knew he was going to take care of the domestic policy. I knew that. Oh, he's closed the border. How are you? Yep. Voter ID. Oh, yeah. He's talking good. Goddamn fixed this election that they cheated right here in Georgia. Oh, yeah. So don't think because I'm critiquing Trump on the foreign affairs that I'm going to feel some type of guilt voting for him based on his A+ work here, A++ in America. Oh, see, now y'all thinking. I don't see nobody leaving no comment. See, now y'all thinking, wait, he did close the border. Yeah, ICE, goddamn, the Democrats are going crazy over ICE. The Democrats are goddamn stumbling. Look at goddamn Jasmine Crockett as an example. So, again, so it's no regrets over here. This is just a critique. I think there's still hope for Trump to make the right decision. I am saying if he puts boots on the ground this weekend, it's not going to be a good move. And based on what Trump has been doing, Iran has caught on to his tricks. He'll send Jared Kushner and Garrett negotiate, and in the day they negotiate, Trump throws a sucker punch. Like I said, he's done this twice. Or has he done it 3 times now? No, he's done it twice. First, the 12-day war, and then now this recent conflict, and now he's trying to do it again. So, because the guys they're over in Iran. Oh no, they're over in Pakistan waiting for Iran to send somebody over. And Iran is like, I think Iran, nah. We gonna stop when we decide to stop because we've been preparing. Y'all see the title, Iran is ready for the weekend. They've been preparing for the last 26 years as far as I know. And this is because it's been a 26-year plan long before Trump to take out Iran. This has been a 26-year plan. And in order for, read my lips, y'all, in order for Trump, because the opportunity came to Obama, the opportunity came to Bush, the opportunity came to Biden, the opportunity came to Clinton, the opportunity even came to Reagan. But Donald Trump, being the man that Donald Trump is, wants that prized possession that every president wants. But it's a big task, and that's, in order to get the Mount Rushmore, you got to take down Iran. But Iran is prepared, though. And that's why Trump is doing it. He wants that prize, but he's got to work for that prize. If he's able to pull this off, which I don't think he's going to be able to pull off, because Iran has some missiles. And it doesn't have, and the Russians and Iran has demonstrated it don't have to be nukes. All it has to be is supersonics, which it don't even have to be hypersonics. It could just be supersonics, and um, you can't stop them. There's no technology that can stop these missiles. And so Trump stepped forward to the task, not like any other president. He stepped forward and said, I can do this. Even though Trump is out of his lane. See, when Trump was running, and some people say, oh, well, Trump has lied. You fell for the okie doke. Based on Trump's first term, Trump was good in the lane as a peace president. The only presidents, you got peace presidents, you got two lanes, peace president, war president. George Washington was a good war president. From George Washington to Abraham Lincoln to, I want to say, you know what? I'm going to just say from George Washington to Lincoln, those are war presidents. I almost said Eisenhower, but no, Eisenhower was a peace president because he knew he was the first to acknowledge the dangers of the military-industrial complex. So I would count as a peace president. Every president that have went outside the modern day president, if you're a peace president, then you're a good president. And if Trump was to stay in his lane as a peace president, he'd be fine. But somehow the lobbyists, some may say, Benjamin Netanyahu, the lobbyists, the deep state, the Senate with Lindsey Graham, however you want to call it, has convinced Trump to jump out of his lane. Trump is still a peace president. If he would go back in the peace president lane, you agree a great president. But he's getting in a lane he's not familiar with. And this is why sending troops on the ground would be such a slaughter, because again, our Marines are not going to be dealing with other troops. They're going to be dealing with drone warfare. The bulk of the slaughter will be done by drone warfare and missiles. Drone warfare and missiles. Drone warfare and missiles. That's it. Drone warfare and missiles. Now, let's just say that, Donald Trump, America, we can see an EMP to cut out all the lights just like they did in Iraq. Not with those Chinese and Russian satellites. Oh, Simpson, we need to talk. Press 1 if you're still there, Simpson. Because I'm gonna teach you a tactic that you already know. You from the hood. You already know this tactic. Because black people, we know this tactic in and out. Because some of our mamas do the tactics. Some of our own mamas do the tactics. No, I love my mama, but some of our mothers do the tactics, was what I'm trying to tell you. What tactic am I talking about? Okay, Simpson, okay. Let me give you an example. I called my mom the other day, right? And in my mom's old age, she has gotten very gossipy. I was like, damn, this is not my mom. Like, my mom's getting, okay, because, my mom is 80 now, and she's starting to replicate her mom. Her mom was very gossipy. And I'm not ashamed to mention, because, a lot of black women, not all black women, but a lot of black women are gossipy. And I've accepted the fact that my mom, being a black woman, in her old age, because my grandmother on her side is gossipy, so it came out. All these years, I've never seen my mom gossip. Well, maybe I have, but never paid attention to it. But in her old age is coming out more. She's just more gossipy, right? And so I called my mom. We had a little conversation. And then, because the main conversation, we're concerned about my younger sister who's in Qatar right now. But the point is I called because we're trying to get her back here in the U.S. I called my mom, right? And she's like, talking about my other sister, my older sister. She's gossiping about my older sister. And she was telling me, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody I told you this, son. And I'm like, okay, I don't gossip. Okay. She's like, she's like, don't tell nobody. You know you like to gossip. She flipped it on me. She projected, and out of her guilt, she flipped what she was saying. A lot of black women do this. Fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Simpson, you know what I'm talking about. You dated enough women to know what I'm talking about. And you got females in your family member that do the same thing if you want to be honest with yourself. She took what she was doing and she flipped it on me. She was gossiping. Oh, black women love to gossip. Thank you, Mac. They do. And my mom is a black woman and she's old, so you did all that slandering, gossiping crap for over 2 years with Doodoo Lady and still obsessed with her. The point I'm making, the point, God, like God, the point that I'm making there, Talib, is that you can't do the old okey doke with Donald Trump. Trump is like, oh, we can't trust Russia. Although we supplied Ukraine, we supplied Ukraine with all the intel against Russia for the last 4 years. We supplied Ukraine against Russia. We supplied all the intel, all the intelligence for the last 4 years. And the minute Russia assists Iran with some intelligence, oh my God, Russia's helping Iran, but we're helping Ukraine. We're helping Ukraine, but now it's a problem. Projection. Now, all of a sudden, Donald Trump, even though he tried to assassinate Putin, by the way, I can't trust Russia. I can't trust China. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. That's what I mean by projection. That's why I use the analogy of my mom. My mom gossip, and then turn around because of her guilt and try to switch it on me. Trump is doing the same thing with Iran or with Russia. Oh, Russia's helping Iran, but we've been helping Ukraine for the last 4 years. Make it make sense, Mac, Talib, Andre, whoever else is in the chat. Make it make sense. That's why I brought up that story, just to show, something relatable so I can bring the whole dish out. I bring out the appetizer so I can bring out the whole dish to show you what you're going to be, um, just to show a greater picture. That's why, Simpson, when you had said, I don't trust Putin, you did it. You did it. You said, you like, did you not, Simpson, say that? Well, I don't trust Putin. And why should Putin trust us? Max said, I agree, Black Son. Yeah, Trump is doing it, but see, thing is, you can only cry wolf so many times. Trump said, oh, I'm going to send peace talkers and sucker punched. I just don't like the guy. Okay, that's it, man. Simpson, you have a right to not like Putin. I mean, I know the media told you not to like Putin. What's going on, Black Son? What's going on, Kelly Ray? Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray, when do you want to do a show on Fannie Willis? Because if I'm going to talk geopolitics, I'm going to talk geopolitics within your interest. Because I know, see, y'all got to understand, when Kelly, she don't like geopolitics until you mention Fannie Willis. When you mention Fannie Willis, her ears perk up. Oh, she's interested in those geopolitics. You're interested in geopolitics, Kelly. I just have to find the right topic. Now, for you, it's Fannie Willis. Am I lying, Kelly Ray? See, I can find the right geopolitics. It just comes with Fanny, with the Fanny. It comes with the biggest Fanny in Georgia. Oh my God, not Fanny Blackson. They forced me to support NGD. They forced. Well, oh, that's right. I forgot you don't like Marjorie Taylor Greene either. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, forced. Well, Kelly, as a human being, actually, you know what? You know what, Kelly? Right now, I'm gonna say Family Willis. Right now, I want to deal. Can we switch gears, everybody, real quick? Because I want to talk to Kelly. I want to really talk to Kelly right now because I think I need to settle something. And I'm not saying Kelly is at fault here, but Kelly has heard the memories of uh, what's her name, Miss Kirk. Miss Kirk. I just call her. What's her name? Charlie Kirk's wife. I want to get this straight, man. And you being a mother, um, Kelly Ray. I just wanna put this out there, and I want to bury this once and for all about Charlie Kirk. I like Marjorie Taylor Greene because she messed around and found out. Oh God, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Man, I still like Marjorie Taylor Greene, but this ain't about Marjorie. I want to talk about Charlie Kirk's wife, and I want to. I didn't get a notification today. Oh yeah, I'm shadow banned. I'm shadow banned, so it is what it is, man. I don't. Hey, I'm shadow banned. Relax and talk sports. So just what can I say? What can I say? But I mean, you caught me though, so hey, they can't beat that shadow ban. They can't beat that shadow ban. They can shadow ban me, but apparently you instinctively came to the show while I was doing the show, so that's good. That's good. So, let me say this. We were talking about Charlie Kirk's wife. I want to say this, Kelly Ray. I want to say this, and then I want to say this one time, and then I'm gonna let it rest. You as a mother, your number one goal is to protect your son, correct? I mean, I know it's a dumb question. I mean, you don't even have to answer that because you as a mother, you're gonna protect your son. And it baffles me, Kelly, that facts. Okay, okay. And damn, I forgot the sister's name. Candace Owens is a mother too, right? And her instinct is to protect her children, right? Facts. I'm gonna just answer the question for you because I know it's a little delay. I know you might be busy. So the fact is, one thing that you, Charlie Kirk's wife, and Candace Owens have in common, Kelly Ray, is that you guys are mothers and that you guys would protect your children. Charlie Kirk's wife, I think it's unfair for Candace Owens or anybody to bash Charlie Kirk's wife for any reason because number one, this man is no longer here. This was I keep forgetting her name. I don't because I guess I don't like to get into people attacking her because again I'm sure this woman has been threatened. Whoever them took out Charlie Kirk, whatever organization, Israel, Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli lobbyists, whoever took out Charlie Kirk didn't stop with Charlie Kirk. They've threatened Miss Kirk. I may just say Mrs. Kirk. They threatened Mrs. Kirk, and so her first priority as a woman, as a mother, is to protect her child. She still has a child here. She no longer has a husband, but her child is still here. So y'all putting, I'm not saying you or anybody here, I'm saying anybody putting pressure on, oh, she acts this way, she acts that way. This woman had her husband taken away from her. So let's lighten up on the whole how she is, how she isn't, how she's supposed to act, how she's not supposed to act. Let's give that a rest, man. And that goes for Candace Owens too, man, because you as a mother, Candace Owens, you as a mother, Kelly Ray, y'all will do whatever's necessary to protect your family. And this is what Mrs. Kirk is doing now. Mrs. Kirk is first obligation is to protect her son, protect her child. And so saying that she should act this way, she should act that way, I think it's unfair because we don't know. Well, we know that whoever took out Charlie Kirk is threatening her. We know that. We know that. We know that. Uh-oh, y'all. They didn't turn my damn pump on. Uh-oh. Let's see. See if they turn the pump on. I don't have to go in there. Because if I do, I'm going to have to. Come on, turn the pump on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me flag the diesel because they're not cutting on the damn gas. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all. They cut the diesel on. Oh, I'm good. Okay, sorry about that. So, whatever has been said about Charlie Kirk's wife, this and that and the other, let's not support that because that's, again, we don't know what threats this woman has endured. Again, she's already suffering from the stress death of her husband. So yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing as far as platforms on the internet and oh, she's acting funny. Her husband got damn assassinated. So, you know, let's not judge that woman, man. Let's not judge that woman. Now I know, she's going on different platforms and this and that. Yeah, let her do her, man, because, oh, what did Kelly say? I gotta see what Kelly says. Black Sun, I can't give her that pass because she's been affiliated with doing BS since 17. Oh, it's a dirty game. Okay, well, all right, I ain't gonna speak no more of it. I ain't gonna speak no more of it. But I will speak on is goddamn Fannie Willis. I will speak on that. I'm gonna let the child, I can't, you got more information on Mrs. Kirk than I do, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But I am gonna talk about Fannie Willis. Let's talk about her dirt. Let's talk about how Trump, like I said, one of the reasons why I vote for Trump is because there have been shenanigans going on here in Georgia for a long time. It's all good. Oh, no problem, Kelly. No problem. No problem. Because like I said, when you come on, I like to talk about your girl Fannie Willis because I know your ears go up. You claim not to be down with geopolitics, but that's until geopolitics mention Fannie Willis. Then your ears perk up. So, ooh, yeah, y'all, I'm filling my gas tank up. Ooh, 40 gallons, $200. God damn, y'all. Well, this is what the war in Iraq is doing. But again, there's a solution. There is a solution, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, y'all. Let me get in here and pay this damn gas bill. So, uh-oh. My cap stripped out? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to buy a new cap. Damn. Damn. I have to buy a new cap, y'all. How's my mic, y'all? How's my mic? If y'all can hold on for a second, I gotta go in here and pay this gas, and I'll be right out. I'll be right out. Thank y'all for being patient with me too, man. I appreciate that because um, today I got a lot on my mind, man. Y'all know when I kick on that camera, I got a lot to say about a lot of things. Mike is good. Okay, Kelly. Um, if y'all can give me a second, let me get this ticket signed, and I'll be right back. So, um, it ain't gonna take long. It ain't gonna take long. There's no line in here, so I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Told y'all it wasn't gonna take me that long. It don't never take long in this gas station. There's one thing about high gas prices. You ain't gonna wait in no lines. I know that sounds crazy, but just like COVID, again, with these high gas prices, no line, no, I go in and out, in and out. Anywho, so thanks y'all for waiting. Appreciate that. So let's get to Fannie Willis. You know what, Kelly? I got to do this show justice. So Kelly, put down a day when me and you can do a show on Fannie Willis. Can we do that? Because we got to do a special day for your girl. We got to do a special day for your girl. Can we set up a time and where we can coordinate? Can we do that? Because your girl deserves her own show. She deserves her own show. Sunday, yes, Sunday's good. All right, y'all, we're gonna set up a Sunday. I'll get everything ready. What time Sunday? What time is good for you, Kelly? Because I wanna. Ooh, I got so much stuff. Because a lot of changes being made here in Georgia. A lot, man. Thanks to Fannie and Nathan. Thanks to our two favorite prosecutors. A lot of changes are being made. And oh, thank Donald Trump too. Thank Donald Trump, because if it wasn't for them high ass lawyer fees that you got to pay SADAL, Georgia Senate wouldn't be going through all this. Give me a time after 2 p.m. Yeah. Okay. Is 3 o'clock good? 3 o'clock good? Let me know, Kelly. If 3 o'clock is good for you, and I'll set it up for Sunday at 3. Cool. All right, y'all. We got a show. We're gonna deal with Fannie Willis. So now I can get off Fannie Willis, get back to the topic. We gonna have fun Sunday. We gonna have fun. I don't even think you realize, Kelly, how much. Yo, they really put Nathan in a trap. They put him in a trap. And yeah, yeah, they put him. They got it. They got him basically to testify and contradict what Fannie Willis said. Fannie Willis said, "I'm gonna save it for Sunday. I'm gonna save it for Sunday." Like I said, I don't know how much information you got, but I'm gonna bring some information, and we're gonna build a whole show on that. We're gonna do a whole show. We're gonna have some fun at 3 on Sunday, y'all. Special guest Kelly Ray. We're gonna have some fun. Baby, did it get in the way? Fun. Me and me and Mo got to do a show. Me and Mo got to do a show. We got to do a show. But see, me and Mo will agree on a whole bunch of things because Mo deals with domestic policies. And Trump is doing good on domestic policy. So if me and Mo have a show, we would agree on mostly everything Trump is doing domestically. Again, gas prices is foreign. That's not domestic, that's foreign. Now, one can argue and say, well, drill baby drill would be domestic, and I would agree. But apparently, Trump is tied at the hip with Bibi and Israel, and he's tied at the hip with NATO, which America is NATO. So it's just like, man, they get in trouble, we get in trouble. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. I'm not going to even get into the oil thing that Europe signed with us. They signed this unlimited. They only buy oil from us long before this whole situation with Iran. I'm tired of Netanyahu. Yeah, Kelly, I would agree with you, but the whole Israel lobby started way before Benjamin Netanyahu. So one might argue and say that Trump, oh, he started war with Iran. Iran was a 26-year plan, and Israel was part of that 26-year plan. So long before Trump or Benjamin Netanyahu got in office, Israel already had an agenda. So I'm not trying to get Benjamin off the hook. I'm just saying that these plans are long goals. And they came to Trump and said, you want to be on Mount Rushmore? Okay, here's what you do. You want to be on Mount Rushmore, here's what you do. And knowing Trump, Trump likes a challenge. But unfortunately, Trump didn't see that it was going against his peace president plan. You know, he was a president of peace. Like he ran again. If he get back in the peace lane, he would be good. But he's trying to be in a lane that he's not good with. I still think Trump, when he was saying he could end the war and all that, no new wars, I think he was telling the truth. Until the people, the same people that was involved in Butler, Pennsylvania, not Iran, but the people who were involved in Butler, Pennsylvania, the same people that be in Miss Kirk's ear telling her, don't do this, don't do that, are the same people that goddamn Trump on this agenda. Some people call it the Epstein class. So what I'm saying is that this agenda existed long before Trump, and in order for Trump to get that Mount Rushmore, he's got to do A, B, and C of the Epstein class. And part of that agenda is to keep that Epstein thing hush hush too. Yeah, you know, that's part of the like Trump is surrounded. Epstein class, neocons, neolibs, whatever you want to call them, deep state, they're all the same people. Everyone's compromised. Yeah, Kelly, it's looking that way. It's looking that way. Now, even now they're saying Tulsi Gabbard. They're talking bad about Tulsi Gabbard. But I can't talk about Tulsi Gabbard because of the work she's putting here in Georgia. But when it comes to goddamn, she tried to say, look, Iran don't have weapons of mass destruction. Now they say she's doing a 180, you know. So to validate what you're saying, Kelly, yeah, I would say they're compromised. Now, it even goes to RFK. Did RFK, did he sell out too? And I hate to use the word sellout, man, but, Trump, I would say, yeah, after Butler was compromised. After Butler, Pennsylvania, I think the Trump that goddamn went down and came back up, when he came back up, he was a different Trump. They convinced him. Because why would Trump don't do an investigation on the Butler assassination? Because they told him not to. Because quite naturally, if somebody come after you and you got the power to do an investigation, you go after them. That's everybody in this chat. Everybody in this chat. Kelly, Talib, Mac, Simpson, all y'all, if y'all had the power to investigate somebody who tried to take you out, you're going to put investigating. You mean internally Trump is not investigating the whole situation with Butler, Pennsylvania? That threw a red flag for me. I'm waiting for Tosi to resign. You heard about Joe Kent? Yeah, I heard about Joe Kent. And Joe Kent, I believe Kelly is saying the same thing Charlie Kirk would have said. But see, we don't know what Charlie Kirk would have said because he was taken out before he could say it. But everything, you can only suppress the truth for so long. And if you take out Charlie Kirk, somebody else is going to come along and be that's Johnny Kent. I think everything that Charlie Kirk was taken out for, Joe Kent is saying now. That's what I believe. But because Joe Kent is not as known as Charlie Kirk, the what I call the anti-Semitism, the repercussions for anti-Semitism is not great. Oh yeah, if you're against this war in Iran, you're an anti-Semite. And I'm pretty sure everything Charlie Kirk was going to say was anti-Semitic, meaning against. Joe Kent has an impressive background. I heard he's going to testify in the Robinson case. I hope he makes it, Kelly, because again, Joe Kent is saying everything Charlie Kirk was supposed to say. But because Charlie Kirk had people around him, just like Donald Trump does, word got back, oh, Charlie Kirk is deviating from the goddamn, from the script. Let me start my car up. Or my truck up. I'm sorry, I said my car, my truck. Charlie Kirk deviated from the script. But that script is being revealed with Joe Kent. Charlie Kirk deviated from the script. So now we're hearing it. Now we're hearing it because, again, how's my mic? How's my mic? How's my mic? Sorry about that, y'all. Got a call. Got a call. Got a call. How's my mic, y'all? Sorry about that. Got a phone call. Mechanic called me. It's my mechanic. So, how's my mic? Y'all press the one if y'all can still hear me. Mic check, mic check. Press a one. Press a one. Somebody press the one. I'm gonna have to shut the show down. Press the one. And plus, hope. Let me if you know if you can hear me and don't hear the truck. Uh-oh. Hold on. Y'all press the one, press the one. Okay, relax, where you can hear me? Okay. Can you hear the truck? Can y'all hear the truck? Let me know if y'all can hear the truck. If y'all can hear the truck, that means my mic is, I need to reset it. Can y'all hear the truck? Press 2 if y'all don't hear the truck. No, okay, thanks, Relax Talk Sports. Yeah, man. Let me, gotta put the truck, park the truck, y'all. Uh-oh, hold on. I don't want to hit the damn volume. In the truck. So yeah, like I said, Charlie Kirk didn't follow the script, but Joe Kent is pretty much saying things I think Charlie Kirk would have said about Iran because Charlie Kirk was against that and Israel starting the war for Iran and us being, the whole situation of Israel being our bulldog, blah, blah, blah. Charlie Kirk was being funded by the Israelis. And so when you're funded by them, when they give you money, you got to stick to the script. You don't stick to the script, it can be fatal, and it was fatal. That's my theory. That's my take. I can't prove it. But that's my take on Charlie Kirk. And I think now you got Joe Kent And Joe Ken is out here. You know, he did a show with Tucker Carlson, and now, you know, anybody I noticed that be on Tucker Carlson is they make themselves a target, and so one might say that Joe Ken is making himself a target, but he's not saying nothing that we already don't know. See, the thing about Charlie Kirk's people who follow Charlie Kirk, I really don't think they knew because the script was Israel, Israel, Israel good. Israel is God's, you know, Jesus' homeland, and um, and once Charlie Kirk started deviate from the script, he began to, then he began to be on the path of danger once he did that. So, um, ah, y'all bear with me. I got to get in the truck so I can get this thing steady. Let me get this thing steady. Okay. What up? Okay. Get this thing on the thing here. Okay, so. Oh. Okay. All right. So that's my prediction. Again, I hope that I am wrong. The title, it being a bloodbath starting this weekend, that being Friday. Donald Trump wants to wait 5 days. Aircraft carriers are en route. And Simpson, if you're there, Trump is the type of person that don't back down. Even when he's wrong, he don't back down. And Iran don't back down. Iran has showed, especially they don't back down, especially when they won the first time. They won the 12-day war. They won that along with the Houthis. The Houthis talking about jumping in, but then Saudi Arabia talking about jumping in. But Saudi Arabia just got their asses whooped. Qatar got their asses whooped. United Arab Emirates, they got their asses whooped. All those Arab countries got their asses whooped. Now they want to pump their chest. Oh, we can go to war. I don't know. You can't. Iran has hypersonic missiles, and Saudi Arabia don't. Now Israel has nukes, but again, like you said, Simpson. Oh, you don't like Putin. You mad at Putin. This and that. If Putin is backing Iran and Xi Jinping with satellite technology, then they have the dead hand technology too. And y'all have heard me talk about the dead hand. And I'm not saying that Iran has nukes, which I'm pretty sure after this whole fiasco, they're going to have nukes because they're realizing that countries with nukes don't get messed with. Just ask my homeboy Kim Jong-un. Yeah, just ask Kim Jong-un. America, they don't mess with countries with nukes. And so I see, uh-oh, hold on, y'all. Me and you agree 100% this weekend will chart a new course of history. Yeah, MD, I agree with that. It's definitely going to change. It's going to put us out of the driver's seat being the hegemonic power of the world. You've seen the C-1 bomb China says they have for the U.S. Oh, they got a whole bunch of shit for the U.S. China and Russia got some shit for the U.S. and they're just giving little tidbits of technology to Iran, and Iran is they're ready. Iran wants to play with their toys, either combat or diplomacy. It's not going to be no diplomacy, MD. I hope there's diplomacy, but there's not going to be diplomacy. And let me tell you why. because Trump don't back down and Iran don't back down. So there ain't gonna be no diplomacy. It's gonna be a first of all, if we couldn't convince Zelensky to back down, and Zelensky has no chance against Russia. So this is us directly. This is not no MD. This is not no Ukraine. Oh, we got funding. Oh, Zelensky. No, this is us directly. This is our military directly going to Iran. So we got to look good. We, Trump looking like, man, we can't back down. Oh, we got to look good, man. We gonna get our asses whooped because of what you talked about, MD. What did you talk about, MD? You said warfare, drone warfare. Did you not, MD? Press it to MD. Because you've said it plenty of times. You said warfare is not the same. Apparently, Trump didn't get that message. Pete Hegseth didn't get that message. Liberace Graham didn't get that mention. Oh, Trump, you swing that stick so good, Donald. Oh, you swing that stick so good. Lindsey Graham didn't get the message. They're stuck in the goddamn they're stuck in 1967 somewhere. And this is the problem, MD, when we don't have the technology like hypersonic missiles. People call our bluff. Because you know why Iran is pumping their chests? Because they got access to hypersonic missiles. And those hypersonic missiles are a game changer. And those drones, again, I said that they are probably the third best drone operators and drone producers. Graham is a perfume princess. Oh, Lindsay, Liberace Graham. I just know Trump swing that stick so well. Oh, he plays golf so. Oh, Trump, I love the way you swing that stick. Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham, we not gonna be able to pry Lindsey Graham's from Trump's ear. Lindsey Graham is the most number one flatterer, ass kisser on the planet. Oh, Donald Trump, I know you swing that stick so well. Y'all really think Lindsey Graham is a good golf player? Or is he just a good ass kisser? Oh, Donald Trump, you swing that stick so well. Oh, you swing that stick so well, Donald Trump. Nobody swings it like you. Does Lindsey have a wife? You talk about does Lindsey have a wife? Lindsey is the wife. I don't know how. I don't want to ask your age, Simpson, but do you remember Liberace? You may not. You may be too young, man. I met you in real life, Simpson. You look kind of young, man. And that's not a trick question. But I don't. Do you know who Liberace is? That's not a trick question, Simpson. That's a straight up yes. Okay. Is it me or does Lindsey Graham and Liberace have the same accent? They got the same accent. I'm 53. Oh, you my age. Sit down. Why you look? I don't know why I thought you were young as hell, man. Damn, you my age. How you my age ain't got no gray hair though? Or did I miss the gray hair? Did I miss the gray hair? How did I miss that? Simpson, man, Simpson. Oh, you old man. You my age. Goddamn. So you know all about Liberace, man, Liberace Graham. Oh, Trump. So we know. So I ain't got to get into how Liberace was a talker back in the day. You know, he could talk and play piano, but he was a talker. He was a talker, and the reason why talk. And that's what Lindsey Graham do. He can flatter, and people like Trump, they love that shit. And I'm still convinced that Liberace, I don't think he plays golf that well. He doesn't look like a golfer to me. And if he does play golf, I don't think he's that well, but he gets around golfers and be like, oh, you swing that stick so well. Oh, you're the best. Oh, you're the best. I've seen the swing that stick so good. Oh, that's what he be doing. And Trump is eating that shit up. But because Trump is a narcissist, I'm not saying Trump is gay. I'm just saying Trump like to hear, it don't matter if it's a man or a woman, he likes to hear flattery, especially when it comes to golf. Trump wants to hear that he's the greatest golfer and he has the greatest swing in the world. Watch the movie Behind the Calabrala with Mija. With Mija. Oh, you talking Liberace. See, he's a young dude, but he'd be knowing about these old actors and old movies. Shout out to MD. Shout out to you, Simpson. Yeah, y'all, damn. I guess, man, I need to do a separate show on just 70s movies, man. I need to do a show on 70s movies, man. Um, I got one for y'all, Papillion with Steve McQueen. Papillion. I think I got y'all on that. I think I got you, Simpson. I got you too, MD. Papillion with Steve McQueen. Did y'all ever? And Dustin Hoffman. Papillion with Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman. If y'all seen that, then y'all got me. That's an all-time old school classic. King of New York is my favorite. Yeah, but that's a good movie. But that was and I'm not taking nothing away from King of New York, but that ain't the 70s. But no, that's a good movie. Don't get me wrong. King of New York with Lawrence Fishburne, Michael Douglas as Liberace. It's not an old movie. No, I seen that. I seen that movie. I seen that with Michael Douglas. He played Liberace. Yeah. I seen that. No, didn't he play? No. He played Versace. Well, I thought that was Versace. So he played Liberace and Versace. Okay, so I didn't see that one, MD. I saw the one where he played Versace. So you're saying he played Liberace also? Damn, Michael Douglas. Oh shit, you done played two fairies. Because I saw the way he played Versace. That's the one I saw. 70s would be my Western era. Oh yeah, spaghetti westerns, man. In fact, damn, I need to do a show on this. Oh man, I need to. Oh man, see y'all, Agira. About Agira. You seen Agira? Let me see how are you on your foreign films in the 70s? Agira. Agira. He was a Portuguese. He was a Portuguese. All I'm all Clinton Eastwood, John Wade. Okay. So So you like the spaghetti westerns? That's what's up. That's what's up. I can't argue with that, Simpson. You know, that's that. Hey, especially those Clint Eastwoods. They're classics, man. You know, those are some classics, man. But again, Papillion with Steve. You like that, Steve? You love them, Dustin Hoffman and Steve McQueen and Papillion. In fact, all Steve McQueen, he didn't do nothing but Bullet. That's a classic. Yeah, Steve McQueen has some bangers, yo. Steve McQueen had some bangers. He had some straight bangers. Dustin Hoffman had some bangers. Uh, Now, you know who's a good actor, but I really didn't like his movie, but he's an excellent actor, was Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman is underrated, but it's only because his movies weren't all that great. But I like Roy Schneider. Roy Schneider did some goddamn bangers. But Gene Hackman is an underrated actor because I think he's a good actor, but they put him in some sorry movies. And he redeemed himself within the Enemy of the State. He played the same characters that he played back in the 70s, man. But it just when he did that movie, Will Smith, it just, man, Gene Hackman, yeah, Gene Hackman. But again, the movies Gene Hackman did back in the 70s weren't all that. I didn't like his film, but I love his acting. I love Gene Hackman. Gene is a sleeper actor. Yo, because his movies are sleepers, man. It wasn't until he didn't get his flowers until goddamn Enemy of the State. When the Enemy of the State came out, man, brothers was like, whoa. Oh, Gene Hackman's on one. Like he played that goddamn role, but he's been playing that type of role and he's been on that level since the 70s. But his movies that he's been in, Simpson weren't, the movies in the, see, In the 70s, it was either hit or miss. It was hit or miss in the 70s, man. You either had a banger or you had sleepers. He's been in a lot of movies. He has, and the movies, most of the movies Gene Hackman did back in the 70s were sleepers, man. They put me to sleep. Now Roy Schneider had bangers all through the 70s. All through the 70s, he had bangers, man. Um, what's the other guy that was in Reservoir Dogs? The older guy, I forgot his name, man. He been in a lot of Italian movies. Damn, what's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. He has some bangers. Like, he's underrated. Like, I think he's better than Robert De Niro. I think he's better than Al Pacino. What is his damn name, man? He been in a lot of damn mafia movies. What is his damn name, man? I think I'm gonna say this, and it might make y'all mad. I think Robert De Niro and Al Pacino over Roy Schneider, Blue Thunder. Yeah. Blue Thunder was cool, Rob, but I'm talking about his old, like, go back to Sorcerer. Blue Thunder ain't got nothing on Sorcerer, especially if you're a truck driver. Woo! Sorcerer. Look up. It was made in 1973 or 74. It's called Sorcerer. And he was down and he was running. First of all, he was running from the mob. Then he went down in Mexico, and then they had to ship explosives. Oh, I don't want to ruin for you. He was down in South America. Watch that movie Sorcerer with Roy Schneider. That is a fucking banger. Damn. Especially if you're a truck driver. If you're a truck driver and have not seen that movie Sorcerer with Roy Schneider, shame on you. MD, shame on you. Shame on you. But no, because if you watch that movie, he might quit truck driving. You might quit. You might quit going up in them goddamn Appalachian Mountains. Here you watch that movie Sorcerer, and the reason why it's called Sorcerer is because he had this truck and he was driving it on bridges and roads that wasn't even designed for cars. That's why that movie was. It was just the title has nothing to do with witches and demons and warlocks. It was just the amazement of what they had to accomplish. Dawn, damn, directed by William Franklin as well. You talking about Sorcerer? Wait, Rob, which movie are you talking about? Are you talking about Sorcerer? Again, if you were a truck driver, hell, if you were a veteran, you a truck driver, you got to watch that movie with Roy Schneider, Sorcerer, man. And that's why I don't make the big bucks like MD. When I saw that movie, man, it just put the fear, like, it made me respect truck driving and the whole. Like, I watched that movie before I became a truck driver. Yes, Sorcerer. Yeah, man, that movie, oh my God. That was, to me, that was one of his best movies of all time, Sorcerer. Yeah, Sorcerer was the best movie, man. Like I said, it it made me respect truck driving on a whole like different level, man. Like, I think any truck driver that comes to the United States and when they get their CDL, they have to watch that movie. They have to watch Sorcerer. They have to watch before you get your CDL. You have to watch Sorcerer. You have to watch that movie. God damn, that movie was awesome. You remember that truck was on the bridge and the bridge kept ricking back and forth? Oh God. I had sweat. Every time I watch that, I get sweat beads going down my forehead. I'm like, oh, because I just picture myself like I can't even drive in these hills of Georgia, and this dude is on some South America Aztec bridge with this heavy ass truck, rocking back. I'm like, oh God, and that's why they call it movie Sorcerer. I'm going to check Sorcerer out. Not a truck driver and a few years younger than you, so that wasn't my radar. Well, if you like Blue Thunder, Sorcerer was 10 times better than Blue Thunder. BS, Steel Cowboy is what I hear every trucker talk about. Yeah, Steel Cowboy was cool, but it ain't got nothing on Sorcerer. In fact, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if y'all remember, what was the theme park back in the day? It was a theme park called Universal Studios. Universal Studios, if y'all remember Universal Studios, either in Florida or in California, the first theme ride was based off of Sorcerer. They had the Jaws. They had the Jaws ride, and then they went back and saw his catalog, and they said we got to make a theme ride about Sorcerer. They made that was one of their first theme rides. I just saw the poster for the movie, and it looks badass. It is badass, Rob. Watch that movie. Everybody, that's everybody's homework tonight, man. Watch Sorcerer with Rob Schneider. 1974. Watch that goddamn movie. Again, one of the first uh, rides at Universal Studios was based on Sorcerer. Now that I remember, I'm remembering, yeah, it was based on Sorcerer. Um, it was one of, in fact, before the $6 Million Man, before Jaws, it was Sorcerer. They made that theme, they made a theme, uh, they made a ride based on that movie, man, because the truck leaning, oh God. Yeah, y'all watch that movie, man. You guys will not be disappointed. You got a bit of mafioso in that movie. You got a bit of the cartel in that movie. You got corruptive. You got every element. You got every element in every modern day action film. Like say, you got a little bit mafioso. You got a little bit of cartels because he started in America. You got a little bit of everything. Oh, you got some goddamn uh, Muslim extremists in that movie because one of them was a Muslim. You got it. Yeah, I'm the sorcerer. I'm the one going down the mountains at 75. J break on 3. Yeah. Hey, I can't take that away from you. You are, yeah, you are a sorcerer. You definitely are. Anybody drive up to Appalachia as a truck driver is automatically a sorcerer. So yeah, you are definitely a certified sorcerer, MD. I ain't gonna take that away from you. Have you seen the movie, MD? Have you seen that movie? But yeah, you definitely sort of, even if you haven't seen the movie, you'll relate to that movie. You will definitely relate to that movie, man. You definitely a sorcerer. Can't take that away. You a certified sorcerer. But yeah, have you seen that movie, MD? See, me and MD, man, we used to do a movie nights, man. But you know, uh, YouTube be tripping, man. I want to start a whole website so we can do movies and shit. You know, MD, man, he loves them old World War II movies, man, and I like them old Soviet movies, so we got that in common. Uh, but yeah, I want to show some '70s movie. I want to start like a little club, man. Maybe I could start like a membership, and I can, and just for the website, just to get good quality and all that. Start a website outside of YouTube, refer y'all to it, man. We could do just, man, there's so many damn movies. No, I haven't seen it. I've seen Steel Cowboy. Maximum Overdrive is my favorite, even though it's not all about trucking. Yeah, Maximum Overdrive, you know, that's a good Stephen King movie. I mean, it's, yeah, back in the 80s, you know. But Sorcerers on the whole, it's not, MD, it's not even that type of movie. Sorcerer's just a name. It's not even, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just the maneuvering. The moving. It's a cynical title. It has nothing to do with witchcraft. That's the crazy part about it. Sorcerer has nothing to do with witchcraft or magic. It's just the way he maneuvered that truck. It was like, damn, he was just a lucky ass driver. He was a lucky ass truck driver when he should have just flipped over in the river, flipped over and oh god, the way he was maneuvering that truck, and he was carrying dynamite too. He was carrying dynamite, and he was going through all these maneuvers and shit. And yeah, he should have crashed and burned several times in that movie. That's why it's called Sorcerer, because the maneuvering. Yeah, it was especially that bridge. Like it was raining and the truck was rocking. He should have never made across that bridge. And then when he made it across the bridge, then the bridge snapped. Hollywood shit, but it's just, man, it was a well written movie, man, and I respect because again, South America, the roads and the bridges look like that, and the damn mountain cliffs look like that for real, and so yeah, they made a movie, and they just like, man, it was just another way of saying he's lucky. That's why he's just sorcerer is just a title, but has nothing to do with witchcraft. It's not nothing, and it's not like a Stephen King movie. It's not like that. It's a straight up. It's a mafia slash cartel slash Muslim terrorist movie, and you had a French terrorist in there. But yeah, they were all running from the law. You had four guys running from the law. I don't want to spoil for you. Just watch the movie. I don't want to spoil the movie, man. Just watch the movie. But uh, let's just say Roy Schneider's the American, and then they have a Israeli guy. No, they have a guy from Yemen who's running away because he did some shit in Israel. Roy Schneider's running away because he got mixed. He robbed some Italian guy, some mafia guy, so he had to run. He's on the run. Then it was a French guy. He got caught up in some shit, so he had to run. And then it was a German guy. It was a German guy got caught up in some shit. So they all met in South America. They all had different stories, but they all met up in South America because they were all on the run. And so, in order for them to make money, they had to do a job from the government down in South America somewhere. And so, if they were to carry that dynamite, what's going on, Pico? If they carried the dynamite, they would get a good payload. It was 2 trucks filled with dynamite, and they had to drive it across the goddamn mountains and all that shit across the goddamn Amazon. It was some part in South America where they were, but like I said, they didn't have no roads. It was dirt roads. It was drawbridges like from the 1920s and shit. It was mountains and shit. And one one sneeze, you death dropping the whole truck. You falling off the cliff. The movie was, oh man, the movie was a banger. It was better than Jaws. Like I said, any Roy Schneider movie you put up there, Sorcerer was better than Jaws. It was better than Blue Thunder. Name a movie Roy Schneider did, and I'm telling you, that was his best movie. That was his best movie. Just like Steve McQueen, to me, his best movie was Bullet. Even though I like Papillion. I like Papillion. That was a good movie, but Bullet is still the best. You know, I'm an old school muscle car driver, so you know I'm gonna damn put Bullet way up there, man. Bullet is one of the greatest muscle car movies next to Dirty Mary. Well, Dirty Mary Crazy Larry is probably the greatest with damn, I'm forgetting his name, man. Mr. Easy Rider. What is his goddamn name? Peter Fonda. Peter Fonda. Yeah, Peter Fonda and Vince Morrow was in that movie. You know, that's the one where he. It's funny because Vic Morrow, the one who died in the movie Twilight Zone back in the 80, I want to say it's 84. Back in the 80s, if y'all remember Vic Morrow, he played in combat, but him and the 2 children died. He died in a helicopter accident. What's ironic was the first movie he did was Dirty Mary Crazy Larry, and he's like, I don't want to get in the, because they were doing stunts in the helicopter, and he's like, man, I don't want to do a stunt in the helicopter. Like he had a phobia and fear of the helicopter, but he did shot the movie, but it wasn't until a decade later he died with the accident with the Twilight Zone. But he actually didn't want to get in the helicopter in Dirty Mary Crazy Larry. And it was crazy because there were crazier stunts in Dirty Mary Crazy Larry. They had them the car, the helicopter, and the helicopter kept bumping the car. They were doing some crazy stunts in Dirty Mary Crazy Larry. Dirty Mary Crazy Larry probably had one of the greatest stunt scenes in the 70s. And they said if Vic Morrow, he was shitting a brick, but it wasn't. And he just had this phobia, him dying in a helicopter, and and a decade later he dies. And he wasn't even in the helicopter when he died, when he got killed, and the 2 kids. Y'all, I don't know if y'all remember that. Y'all are old heads, so y'all should remember that. Vic Morrow, man, and he got killed in a helicopter scene with them 2 kids, man. Y'all know y'all probably remember that, man. A horrific death, man. But anywho, yeah, I'm gonna have to set up a movie thing, man. We just critique old 70 movies, man. Um, I like to do this every time my birthday comes up. I like to watch movies the year I was born. Y'all should try doing that. Whatever year you were born, watch movies just made in those years. I love doing that. It's a hobby of mine. I like watching movies in the year I was born. And I just watched Papillion, and that was made in 73. So, yeah, I like doing that. And every time my birthday comes around, I watch movies the year I grew up. It's just something I do. And I'm realizing, I don't know if this is a bias of mine, but movies in the 70s are really good. Man, they really good. Like they don't make movies like that no more, man. They really don't make movies. Everything is CGI. There's no like the average movie back in the '70s was at least an hour and 15 minutes, if not damn 2 hours. But it kept you engaged though. And that's why I said the Gene Hackman movies were kind of slow. But his acting was good. I like Gene Hackman. He's underrated. But again, it's because the movies weren't all that great. But again, he redeemed himself. Oh, I had some classics in my birth in 1985. 85 was a good year for action movies and sci-fi. Action and sci-fi. 85 was a very good year. Actually, comedy too. Hell, you grew up 85 in the era of Chevy Chase, in the era of Eddie Murphy, in the age of all those comedians, all those Saturday Night Live comedians. They dominated in '85. So yeah, you come from the game. I mean, like I said, Chevy Chase, Eddie Murphy, John Belushi. So yeah, that's your era, MD. All those original Saturday Night Live people, and I would say, yeah, Beastmaster came out in '85. Excalibur, no, Excalibur came out in '82. That's before your time, MD. But oh, that is a fucking gate closed. Oh shit, hold on, y'all. It's after. Oh, it's after 6. No wonder. Let me see if I can type this shit in here. Hold on. 17. Okay, good. Yeah, they gotta give us new strips for this damn gate. So yeah, man. Man, shout out to all y'all, man. Again, y'all homework tonight. Sorcerer. If y'all haven't seen Papillion, y'all might want to see that movie. Now, Papillion is that's Steve McQueen. It's a little bit slower, but it's good too. Papillion's a good movie, but I want to say now as a bonus, watch Papillion. But definitely watch Sorcerer. And people, old school buffs, they'll get mad at me, but I think Sorcerer is a better movie than Papillion. So all you Steve McQueen heads, y'all get mad if I say that because I think Steve McQueen is a better actor than Roy Scheider. But Papillion was just, I mean, Papillion was a classic. Like I said, you got uh, Steve McQueen and Dustin Hoffman in that movie. Steve McQueen, Dustin Hoffman, good movie. But again, Sorcerer, that's the flick right there, yo. Sorcerer was the flick. Um, Real quick, since we're talking the '70s, and I know Simpson mentioned the spaghetti westerns, I want to give you a homework assignment, Simpson. Not only I want you to watch Sorcerer, but I want to give you a good western that I know you haven't seen. Damn, it's hard with the westerns, man. For you, the original Django, not the Jamie Foxx Django, the 1969 Django. That's your homework assignment, Simpson. Have you seen the original Django? Not taking away anything from Jamie Foxx, man. Shout out to Jamie Foxx. Shout out to goddamn the other movie, The Hateful Eight. That was a classic. People always talk about Django. Now the modern movie that I like was Hateful Eight. People talk about Django with Jamie Foxx and all that. Nah, man, Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight is way better than Django. If you want to talk Quentin Tarantino, Hateful Eight is Quentin Tarantino's masterpiece. And I know you guys probably watch a lot of Quentin Tarantino, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and all that. Man, none of that compares to Hateful Eight. Django, whatever goddamn Death Machine, whatever movie Quentin Tarantino has, Hateful Eight, Hateful Eight is top notch. I still watch that to this day. You had goddamn Martin Goggins in there. You had man, it was an all star cast. Damn, I forget the man brother's name, man. Damn, what's the brother's name, man? My memory's shot today. Damn, my memory's jacked up. But yeah, Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight, man. If y'all want a good, the best Quentin Tarantino film of all time, Hateful Eight. But again, for you, Simpson, watch the original Django, 1969. The original Django. That you'll like that, bro. I'm trying to think of spaghetti westerns. I can't think right now. This is why I need to do a movie club. I need to do a movie club with y'all. 70s movie club. Now we'll incorporate 80s and all that for people like MD and all that, but I want to do 70s. I want to like the 70s alone. Just to oh, if y'all want a good Italian movie, mobster movie, Mean Streets. That's a good movie. That's one of and I'm not even a fan of Robert De Niro, but Robert De Niro, one of his early films before he did The Godfather, was Mean Streets. Mean Streets, y'all check that out. Mean Street is a good movie, man. Martin Scorsese did that movie, Mean Street. Now I wasn't crazy about the soundtrack, but the movie, the way it was written, it was perfect, man. I forgot that actor's name too, man. But this is pre-Godfather. Mean Streets came out before Godfather, so that lets you know what time that movie's on. But real quick though, y'all, before I go, y'all do y'all homework assignment, man. Again, Sorcerer Roy Schneider. That is y'all homework tonight. Watch that movie, man. You definitely watch that movie, MD. You being a truck driver, man. Watch that movie. It is good. It's good. Again, every truck driver should be required to watch that movie. If you get your CDL, that should be a requirement. Sorcerer. Man, he was driving that truck. All right, y'all. Remember Sunday I'm gonna have a show with Kelly Ray. I'm gonna invite her up. Maybe I could do a stream yard. Maybe I can even have MD going there. We're gonna talk about Fannie Willis on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So with that being said, man, I'm out, y'all. Peace.